had a wedding crasher, and he wasn't like cute like Vince Vaughn. Hi, this is Daphne from Cool Mom and Rex. Rex, I want to tell you about our wedding because you weren't there for it. And I'm thinking some of the other moms might have some funny wedding stories. First of all, isn't it great the contrast between that day, that special day, and regular life? Anyway, nursing bra showing. So I had two weddings. I had the shotgun wedding, as I call it, when I was 6 months pregnant with Vivian, in our living room. Very simple, no problem, fantastic. But of course I couldn't leave well enough alone. So 14 months later I had to have a big blowout in Palm Springs. And 3 days, the whole shebang. One thing I didn't expect was I had a wedding crasher. And he wasn't like cute like Vince Vaughn. He was an old Swedish gay man who was clearly an alcoholic. And he was very drunk, and some old friends had brought him, which they later said was a questionable choice.
I too got married, Daphne, shotgun style in Vegas, in this shirt that I am currently wearing in this episode. I got married in this shirt and a pair of purple maternity pants with blue underwear for the something blue. Hal's mom, when I got pregnant, she ended up telling all of her friends back east that Hal and I had gotten married first. So we didn't know about this. After that, like literally dozens of presents started rolling in. Congratulations on your wedding. I hope you two are very happy together. And at that point, Hal and I kind of looked at each other and were like, I guess we should get married.
Remember The Marrying Man with Alec Baldwin? That would have been me. I have been engaged 4 times, married twice, divorced twice, 3 children. So if I do this again, I better get it right. Okay, so my first wedding almost didn't happen, and probably shouldn't have. I remember my mom poking her head in at 9 o'clock in the morning before the 11 o'clock affair and saying, "Good morning, honey. It's your wedding day. You know you don't have to do it. We could just have a party. It would still be a great party."
I met my husband in England, and he is English, and I was living there at the time. We planned this wedding for August, 8 months to plan a wedding, which seems very, very reasonable. And then in June, before the wedding, right? Wedding's in August. We get June. I get called to my boss in Houston to let me know that he was actually, even though he was brand new, had only been in the job about 2 weeks, was getting promoted, and he wanted me to take his place. And the job was in Houston, and I needed to be there pretty much immediately.
My wedding cake, which I was super specific about what I wanted, and was even made by the then pastry chef at my husband's restaurant. Chocolate inside, white mountain frosting. My colors were all coral. So what do? I walk into the reception, and there is a large, towering, dark chocolate cake with red roses. I don't like red roses. And I'm like, oh my God, how did they get that wrong? Good news is I had insisted on getting a chocolate fountain, so the cake was like not even noticed by anybody. The chocolate fountain was a huge hit. Not only kids, but like old people were like this underneath the chocolate fountain.
Our marriage ceremony took 3.5 minutes. And what was awesome is when we walked into the chapel, the dude that was marrying us, the reverend, whatever, pressed play on the tape deck, and it was Ave Maria, and it literally, like, it started in the middle of the song. So it was like, Maria, la, 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 la. And then I'm walking down the aisle like, wait, this is like the end of the song. So literally the song ends like as I'm walking down the aisle. And then the guy's like, don't worry, it'll repeat. So I'm like waiting as the music's now ended and then beginning again. And then of course, when I get up to the altar, as Hal's waiting for me, he presses pause on the boombox.
Okay, so the second wedding, I didn't want to wear a wedding dress, and my husband wanted me to. So basically, I got a dress with no beads, no frills, no lace, nothing on it, put a 4-foot hem in the back so I wouldn't have a hem. I didn't wear a veil, I just stuck flowers in my hair with something like this, you know, with the corkscrew curl. And I would actually pin that dress around my neck. It's the only way it would go on, because at the time I was skeletal.
I called my florist, they whipped together this bouquet. I bought a blue linen dress and we got married. So we got married in June. The next day I had to fly back to Houston. The flight attendant actually on the flight back was somebody I had seen on several trips, and they were like, "How's your fiance?" I'm like, "Oh, we're married. We got married yesterday." And he said, "Well, where is he?" I'm like, "Oh, he's flying back to Ireland."
But you know, it was perfect. I would not change a thing about our marriage. Our pictures are like as cheesy it gets. We're in front of like a carriage with like a fake horse. It's genius.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.